Monday afternoon, the 4th of March, joined now by Christian Ostrander, head baseball coach at Southern Miss. He joins us on the Farm Bureau guest line, as he does at this time every Monday. Coach, appreciate your time. I think about where we left off last week, and that was talking about a difficult week that you had in front of you. You went to Biloxi, lost in extra innings to a good Nichols team, came back home with an Indiana State team that was a tournament team, a host a year ago. You get two really nice wins to open the series, end up dropping the third, but get the series win. And, oh, by the way, another one of those difficult weeks coming up this week.
Yeah, no doubt. It's we have our work cut out for us, and but that's part of it. And play a good schedule to hopefully be rewarded in the end.
We haven't had a chance to visit with you a ton yet, so I am curious when it goes into building a schedule, what is your philosophy? Or do you have one yet? Are you still trying to kind of figure out exactly what you want a schedule to look like year in and year out?
No, I think Coach Barry really kind of cracked that code, several years ago. I think the last 4 years, we've put a schedule up together that maybe got a little deeper, to where if you win games with it, you're going to have a shot with RPI to be in the conversation for postseason baseball possibly being played at your place. And so I think my job now is just to continue that, which he gave me the reins of doing the schedule last year. So you work a couple of years in advance, and so we added Indiana State to this past year's schedule, late last year. So it kind of worked out. You didn't know at the time they were going to be a super regional team or what they were, but sometimes you got to get lucky too. But moving forward, yes, I think the model that Coach kind of found has worked. I'm definitely going to try to continue that.
Friday night was really good. Nico Mazza gives you 7, scatters 3 hits, punches out 8, only walks 1, and really economical. Only 88 pitches through 7 innings.
Yeah, very proud of Nico. He's answered the call that I really challenged him with. To be a guy, let his strike percentage elevate, get it higher. And he's embraced that, and he's doing that, and we're very proud of him. He was able to maintain his good velocity, 93, 94, still in that 7th inning, so that was really good to see.
Cross Sibley, 2 weeks in a row. He's been the guy that you followed Nico up with, and you'll have to tell me. I mean, it kind of from looking at his stat line, almost looks like a night where he pitched to contact a little bit and was able to just eat up outs. Is that the way it happened, or am I looking at that wrong?
No, I think you're accurate on that. Indiana State had a really good approach. When we had success, we were able to beat them with fastballs, in and so forth. And I thought their approach against a guy like Cross was made it a little bit more, contact oriented, whatever, and stuff. But I thought he navigated that well in some kind of tough conditions. One of the hits he gave up was a ball that got lost in the fog, so it was crazy.
Always got to love that. Jump out to a 4-0 lead on Saturday, and on a day when you're trying to win the series, what a great way to set the tone and give your guys some confidence. And Billy Oldham on the mound, so you get a good pitching performance. Slade Wilkes gets you going early. Carson Pato has a big day. What stood out for you on Saturday?
It was probably our most complete game we played all year.
Really?
The pitching was really, really good. I thought our guys, because, Indiana State, they had some very mature hitters that we had to earn everything we got. And but I thought we played complete. We pitched it well. Our defense was extraordinary really all weekend. And offensively, we finally, drove the ball, hit at the gaps, got the timely hits, manufactured, got bunt, just everything. It was really clean. I was really proud of that.
Yesterday was kind of the flip side. As opposed to jumping out to the early lead, you fall in a hole early with 5 in the top of the first for Indiana State. I know it's not the way you want to finish a weekend off. What did you take away? What did your guys take away, though, from having that opportunity to finish off a sweep against a good team but not getting it done?
Well, the message, today, right, earlier here at practice was this, just that we have to learn how to finish a chance to do something special on a college baseball weekend, which is sweep. When you get yourself in that scenario, we have to learn how to do that. And I said, right now, We don't have that experience. You don't have that right. You've got to play your best game of the weekend in that environment on that day to have a chance to sweep. So that's something we got to learn, and we will. We'll grow from it, and next time, and I told them that we will have this conversation again at some point this year. I'm going to remember to this conversation that we had that, hey, you got to be better than you have yet to sweep on Sunday.
Coach, what's your thought on your club offensively right now? I know there's so much more that goes into offense than just batting average, but 239 team average through 12 games, obviously you want it to go up from there. Do you see guys kind of starting to pick it up offensively and maybe gain a little confidence?
We do. I feel like there's some guys that are starting to get a little rhythm, just creating a little rhythm and not pressing quite as much. Sometimes it's great to be able to exhale a little bit after you maybe hit that first home run or get some, a multi-hit game or whatever. And I think it looked to me early on that some guys were really pressing on that, and we had a bunch pressing at the same time, which was really scary. And but now it looks like they're breathing a little bit and started getting more confidence. So, we feel very confident that the pieces are there. They just need to go out and perform to their ability. And if they get that rolling with, pitchers throwing strikes and playing good defense, and we should be in a lot of ball games.
And not to single any one player out, but Nick Monastery, I feel like there's a lot of people that were really looking at him going into this season, and it feels like after a slow start, he's starting to kind of get it going a little bit. Am I onto something there, or maybe?
I think that's right. I think his swings look a lot better. His timings look a lot better in this last 4 games. So, it's kind of unfair to pin that on him. Truthfully, Nicky played half a season last year as a true freshman, and when he came in, he did great. He did absolutely great. But he was surrounded by a bunch of veterans, and he didn't have to be the alpha. And I'm telling him now, hey, you still don't have to be the alpha. Just go be you. And so I think we'll see good things from Nick the rest of the way.
And just a quick thought on Carson Paetow. I mean, I feel like it's kind of more of what we expected. He's been around for a while. He's done it. He's seen it. Played a ton as just a redshirt freshman a year ago, and feels like he's been maybe your most consistent hitter.
That's fair to say. I think, you look at his numbers, he's flirting right at the 300 mark with slugging probably, I don't know, probably leading the team in slugging with all those ABs. But, he's done great. And, he's going to have days just like anybody when, it doesn't go your way. And it's a tough day, but that's part of, being a good player at this level. You got to handle the adversity. So, but Carson looks good, and love that boy to death, and he's one of our leaders.
All right, let's talk about tomorrow night. Mississippi State in Pearl there at Trustmark Park. Always a fun game when we see Southern Miss, Mississippi State, Southern Miss, Ole Miss in these midweek games. Your thoughts on this ball game?
I can't wait. Most important game of the year. It's the one we're playing tomorrow, and it's the next one. So
I feel like I've heard you say that before.
I kind of do. I apologize if I repeat myself a lot, but that's how I look at it. That's how I want our players. That's how we want our players to look at it. Like, it's about playing that game and doing whatever we got to do, which to win a game at this level, you got to do a lot of things right, and just focus on that, not the situation, the opponent, the who, where, or whatnot. Just don't get caught up in that. So we respect Mississippi State. They got a great team, great bunch of coaches, and we look forward to competing with them.
You made a decision yet on what you're going to do on the mound tomorrow night?
I have. We're going to go with Cole Boswell, who started last Tuesday, and it's another opportunity for him to go out there and gain some more experience at this level.
Coach, really appreciate your time. Good catching up, and congratulations on the series win this weekend.
Thank you, Rich. Appreciate it.
Christian Ostrander, head baseball coach at Southern Miss, joining us on the Farm Bureau guest line. Check out favorites.com and go with the home team, Mississippi Farm Bureau. Feels like some stuff starting to happen there, right? I mean,
yeah,
a lot of good things on the mound, kind of starting to warm up offensively a little bit. That's a good series win. To get 2 from Indiana State, that was a. I mean, who are we kidding? We didn't know anything about Indiana State, the Sycamores, going into last season.
No.
And then you start looking, it's like that record got gaudy. And then it got real gaudy. You're like, are they going to host? And not only did they host, but they got to a super regional. And Southern Miss got them at their place and able to get the series win.
Yeah, and kudos to both for the scheduling, by the way. Love that.
No doubt.
I mean, a team that hosted last year, hitting the road to play in a top 20 attended environment. That's good stuff.
Yeah, and